College football on Labor Day night, that's kind of our thing. Welcome to the Capital One Labor Day kickoff on ESPN. What a night in Chapel Hill. You're watching the ACC on ESPN. The ACC's had some signature moments in this opening weekend, hoping for another against TCU. Glad to have you with us, Reese Davis and Kirk Herbstreit. Carolina's men back. He returned 5 kickoffs for Carolina last year, 2 to the house. Lemmerman. Culliver looking for room, and TCU chases him out of bounds, well short of the 20-yard line. In North Carolina
is the inside number 4, most experience, and the guy that really has to step up for the Horned Frogs tonight.
I'll keep it on the ground. This is Benjamin Hall. Hall, the transfer from Michigan, a load, and he's really been good
by the back hood and read that double team.
Lopez's first pass, he's got a man out there, and hauling it in is Jordan Shipp. And the first pass of Gio Lopez's Carolina career is in the
backfield. It allows you to work across like this. See how he's a little hesitant, looking for the crosser, but nobody gets back deep. Good job of putting that out in front where Shipp can make a play on the football. It's exactly how Carolina wanted this kind of seal.
Picked up 39 on the big pass play to Shipp. Now the RPO on the slant, Shipp again, and he's dragged down at the 5. First and goal, North Carolina. Runs on the drive. Lopez has hit both of his passes. Now Gio gonna run it, and he'll be knocked down in the backfield, and that's really the first good play for the TCU defense. The first guy there was Jamel Johnson.
In the open field.
Ran for nearly 500 yards at South Alabama last year. Leave it with Hood. Hood for the goal line, straining and goes in, standing up. Touchdown Heels. What a tremendous start for North Carolina. Hood had the first carry and he had the final one on that drive. They gave him a yard on it. TCU good on 3rd down a year ago. Hoover firing incomplete as Dixon and McAllister all locked up, and it'll be 4th down.
3.
I think that might have been a quick whistle because Chapman eased up when he heard the whistle. He had him in the grass for 3rd and 23. They'll try to mitigate the damage, and TCU a much better defensive series than the
to the catch.
Hoover back to work, going downfield, and cannot quite make the connection with Dwyer, and there is a flag that comes in late. It was Marcus Allen on the coverage. The flag, a little discussion.
Well, if he got him in the middle of the route around the 50 of the other 45 on the jersey right there. It's not late, it's early on the route itself right there, grabbing that jersey. On the football, here's an unusual formation. Get 4 receivers out in front. That's an easy first down with a quick throw.
Barnes
doesn't have that balance, and they can't establish the run. It really neutralizes what it can do.
Do a good job picking up the backers. Hoover puts it right on the money. What a throw to Jordan Dwyer, and the Horned Frogs have answered. 27 yards.
Is to run and get downhill. This time he does a nice job of stepping up and picking up this backer blitz. With a middle field safety, you got a one-on-one shot, and with Hoover's accuracy, look at that ball. Right over that outside shoulder, right exactly where Dwyer, the transfer out of Idaho, could go get it and get that touchdown. Great play, great try. But
Marcus Allen wasn't pleased with that call, but not much defense for that kind. Haven't gotten much done since then. This is their 2nd possession since the touchdown drive. 3rd and long for Gio. In the heat, laying it out there. And a couple of Frogs in the area covering Shipp, and pressure applied by Devin. Beat all 4 of his passes on the last drive to 4 different receivers. They get 5 in a row and another first down, and this time it's going to be the big tight end DJ Rogers making the grab.
Carolina may check out of that pressure, but it looks like they may still be coming.
Hoover over the middle, complete right at the 50-yard line. That's exactly where the first down marker is. Joseph Manjack.
Communicating even on the road here, handling the different movement from Steve Belichick.
Barnes sticking his face in the fan, getting really close to the 40, which would be first down markers. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, they are going downhill with Kavorian Barnes. That's why they brought him in from UTSA, where he was the 2022 conference.
Holly, he's a guy whose rushing totals have dropped the last 2 years. That's largely due to being banged up. Picture of health has been great in camp, and off to a good start tonight. And there he goes again, breaking tackles, and he's down close to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 9.5.
He finds the grass and picks up big yards.
This time Carolina's in the backfield, but they can't get the big fella down. Spinning away from Tar Heels. He's got the first down, and he's down to the 27. Smith Vilbert was
not like that tackling on that second and short.
Hoover lays it out there right on the money, and making the catch is DJ Rogers again, his second catch of the Tar Heel crowd trying to help the D. Hoover feeling a little pressure, gets away. Josh firing to the end zone, catches May, but its ball comes loose late. It's incomplete. Tar Heels stuck. Kick on the way, it is true, and TCU has scored 10 straight, and they've taken a 3-point. Hood and Hall, running backs on either side of Lopez. And no running room for the Michigan transfer, and it'll be a 3-and-out as Nnamdi Obiizor made the stop for TCU. Blocking.
And no preseason football, which he's used to.
Hoover fires out. He has another completion to Dwyer. Holly Belichick hardly a figurehead during practice.
No.
Third down and 9 for Hoover. Josh dancing away, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh my goodness, he threaded that in there. What a catch by Dwyer along the. Need 2 on third down. To the ground. He'll pick it up. It was Jeremy Payne running right behind the offensive line.
Yep, Kate Bennett, the left guard.
To the right, empty on 3rd and 4. Screen, and that one's off. Targeted and intercepted. Caleb Cost.
Well, this is the area that Hoover really wanted to, again, get better. He kind of falls off of this throw, felt the pressure there by Hal 7, and he had to put the ball high. By putting it high, that's a very dangerous throw. Goes off the hands of Bailey, and what an effort. Get them back a little bit. Right now they're playing downhill.
Got to get it to the 29 on 3rd down. Lopez to the outside, and it's intercepted. And it's going to be a walk-in touchdown for the veteran Bud Clark. His 12th career pick, and TCU gets the ball right back and punches it in for 6.
Broke out it.
Linderman's extra point splits the uprights, and the Horned Frogs up 17-7.
The down and distance. Knows exactly where he needs to be because he knows where the sticks are. He knows the ball's going to be coming out right around the sticks at the 29-yard line.
North Carolina number 3
and just timed it up perfectly.
34.
An important thing for this defense when Hood and Hall together with Lopez in the backfield. It'll be Hall looking for the edge. He's got the first down, and Elizabeth Hall takes it up to the 48-yard line. Devin Deal with the stop, 10-yard pickup.
They go empty here to get the numbers for him, maybe on a quarterback draw, but they're blitzing.
He got it snapped, and it rolled to him. Gio going to fire it deep. He's looking for Ship out there, and all over him with excellent coverage was Austin Jordan. He has 3 catches tonight. That one picked up 5. And stopped the clock getting out of bounds. Here's Hoover on 2nd down. Throw it underneath. And Barnes out of the backfield. Picks up the first down. Team after Carolina took the opening kickoff marched right down the field, went up 7-0. Since then, it's been all TCU. Another completion to Dwyer, who keeps his feet, heads for the boundary very wisely, and the clock stops with 31 to go.
And I don't know it officially, but makes a play. That's why they got Thaddeus Dixon following McAllister everywhere.
Hoover pulls it, has a completion. It's Manjack on the grab, the transfer from Houston, and now all of a sudden.
At the beginning of the drive, 3 timeouts, able to kind of navigate, move down the field, easily in field goal range.
First down, another catch for the tight end, E.J. Rogers.
I mean, for sure, with a 1 timeout, maybe 2, depending how quickly he gets it out of his hands.
Your point, he's been masterful on the drive. Throwing it to the end zone, good coverage over there. Nothing doing, 6 ticks left. And that time they did go at Dixon, and then during the warm-ups, this is a new surface. 33-yard attempt. He's made 1 tonight. And now he has made 2. With a 20-7 lead after Lemmerman caps off that waning moments of the first half drive. And the Horned Frogs will get the ball to start the second half.
He's drastically favoring Josh Hoover and the TCU Horned Frogs. Really played well in every aspect. And comfortable 13-point lead. And in my opinion, the way that first half went, it's a big drive for the North Carolina defense.
That was the Capital One rewarding performance, and this is a rewarding run as Kevorian Barnes is out the gate, inside the 30, to the 10. Touchdown TCU, 75 yards and no flags. That makes it a pretty good TCU debut for Barnes, who is a Conference USA Freshman of the Year at UTSA and has a career-long touchdown run.
Watch the guard kick out here. Other guard will come down and pick up this safety. It opens up very nicely. See the first guard right there? Boom, that's Bruno. Backside guard here, Bennett. Watch him work up to the safety. Hat on a hat and downhill running. And then watch one on the left there. Look at McAllister hustling downfield. Great job, great effort. Love to see it from a receiver who's known for his ability to make catches. But that's an offensive line that's been playing with confidence throughout this game. And a good job of the transfer from UTSA. Not just bringing downhill physicality, showing you he can take it to the house. Good job down so far in this game.
Weren't great last season under the previous regime. Boy, do they need to stay on the field on offense here. Benjamin Hall was greeted almost as soon as he got the football. Paul Oyewale was in the backfield. Hall. Hoover drains the play clock, and then it's a quick completion. There's Payne. He's got a first down. He's up to the 45-yard line. This is a much different response as you look at Belichick and the way TCU played.
In camp, getting ready for week 1. In North Carolina, they want to be tough. They want to be fundamentally sound and all the things they work on. So that's area that they're going to have to really improve. Once again, another missed tackle and yards after the catch. They continue to not.
Hoover right down the middle, a dart, and close to the first down marker. That's Chase Curtis. They call him the heart and soul of this team, and he's a little slow to get up. It's a pickup of 21. I actually think it was the right call.
Do you?
Football move, and he fell on the fumble.
What is a football move?
Well, ask Clemson. Into the open field goes
that's a
Battle.
move.
There's a football move right into the end zone. A 28-yard run. And the Battle's first carry turned out to be quite productive. Number 34 gives them 34 points.
And now it's just guys doing their job and making blocks. See the 2 guards get out there? It's the exact same play we saw for the touchdown. And this time they're able to run it to the left. Look at the block by Zero, the tight end. Watch him work up, gets to the backer. And then you bring in a back that hasn't carried the ball much tonight. He's got great speed, kind of a do-it-all back in Battle. That's 170 yards rush.
Carolina completed the pass. Caleb Hood in the backfield. Lopez gets hit. And that's a strike that he threw in there nicely to Hood. Hood took a big hit, 15-yard.
And that this time after that experience, they've used that as a, hey, let's stay focused on us. Let's prep. Let's get ready to go. Not worry about this.
Ball is loose, a scoop and a score, and racing for the end zone is Devin Deal. And the borrow from my friend Rich Eisen, TCU has busted out the whooping stick. 40
consensus behind the sticks. It's a 3rd down and long. Look at the pressure with the linebacker blitz. Good job of spying. Gets a little bit fooled with the pressure from the effort there from behind, from backs. Ball's on the ground, and there's Deal to pick it up, walking it in for his 2nd defensive touchdown. In this game, and this is a team that you mentioned won 9 games, but there are some areas they had to get better. They're going to be a dangerous team. On the right side there, on the outside of his leg. Jeez.
Max's brother tied in on the team, Jake Johnson. Look, Max just took a big hit and delivered the football. Jordan Shipp making the catch.
The TCU defensive line continuing to define Shipp.
Kirk, that was their first 3rd down conversion of the night. Max going back to work, going to take a shot, got a man out there. It's complete. Making the grab is Javarius Green, his first catch of the night.
He can do here with this team and see if he can help this offense kind of calm down.
Another one right on the money. Completion is going to bring up 4th down and short. That's Gauss again, running back, who's proven a reliable target out of the back. Maybe salvage a little consolation prize. Pushing it straight ahead. Goss got up there, and they'll move the chains for the 1st down.
Well, Bill Belichick always wants to play football for the rest of the year on this last quarter.
Johnson buying a little time, finds his man. That is Shipp. Shipp dancing down toward the goal line. He'll be stopped. They're going to mark him down right at the 2.
Nice mobility there by Max on his offense.
Headed down toward a half-minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Carolina trying to get one in. Max Johnson firing, touchdown, and it's his brother Jake.
That's great.
Johnson to Johnson puts one on the board for the Heels.
Now, that was a great drive. I mean, that's.
It's not the first time he's found his brother in college. They played together at Texas A&M prior to coming here, and
found him affect the defense, and then he just kind of sits in that spot. Love the accuracy. Look where he puts his football, just to the outside, away from the defender, the linebacker. Easy pitch and catch, just like in the backyard when they were growing up. You know, Max Johnson, think of the adversity he went through, his own personal life that Holly just told you about. Pitch and catch, right? That video game?
Yeah. Little shovel pass in there to Trent Battle. Battle with big touchdown run, almost picked up the 3rd and 21. They'll stop him a couple of yards short of the 1st down and bring up a 4th down.
There'll be many things that are frustrating and chances to improve from week 1 to week. That drive for a touchdown with another 6 points here for the Heels.
Is 7 of 8 in his first action since suffering that horrific broken leg in the opener last year. And make it 8 of 9 with a nice catch out there.
Yeah.
By way 2, Gio Lopez was really open about how helpful Max Johnson has been. Said he didn't try to mess him up, though Carolina messes up there. And it's another turnover, I believe. Looks as if the Frogs got it, and they did. Changed uniform numbers. 37, worn 37 tonight. He just never got it in, and it's the 3rd turnover of the night. Zach Chapman was there to corral it, and 41-14. I've expected maybe someday Navy because of his affinity for the Naval Academy.
Could have seen that.
Largely grew up there, and now Nate Palmer's running through tackles. Nate Palmer with fresh legs, wanting to get his act, and I tell you,
in some blown coverages. You know, that's what week 1, you know, some teams you struggle. There's another missed tackle.
Dwyer, who's been in once tonight, trying to get him for a 2nd time, and he'll be stopped short of the goal line. And Jordan
Boundary and attacked it. That's part of the secondary.
Let me correct that. They'd already updated the stat, and I did the math myself. It's still over 130 is good. And you see Josh Hoover kind of hopping out of there. I'm a little surprised. Take him out of harm's way. Abilene Christian next week, and this weekend in SMU. They're trying to get him maybe more stats. Another touchdown pass, and he's got it. That is DJ Rogers, who's had a good night. And
Josh Hoover's feeling it tonight.
Yeah, they're pouring it on. They're making a statement right now. This has its roots in the game we talked about earlier, the Colorado game.
Well, and again, I think they were tired of the message throughout the last week or so, and they respect Bill Belichick, but
a lengthy memory about that loss that we've mentioned against Colorado. I would imagine that North Carolina might have a lengthy
ball downfield. A lot of it was short passing, but they did enough to be very competitive for the majority of that game.
And a couple of times late. Perhaps bodes well for the future. Was terrific tonight. Ken Seals, a veteran, played at Vanderbilt earlier in his career, has been at TCU for a while. He's in to run this thing out. John Denman, young running back. If they had...
Well, guys, Josh Hoover's had a great night. You're talking about what a great young man he is with high character, but he's also really great off the field. There's a wonderful story on ESPN.com by Pete Thample.
Most points Bill Belichick has ever given up in a game. Most points North Carolina has allowed in an open. Thinking about rolling double nickels here, and he was powered.
He got it
there, and he got the first down.
Kid.
TCU mercifully trying to get deep in the clock.
There he is.
Clemson winning the national championship.
You got Clemson winning it all?
I mean, you know.
I think I'm going Penn State and LSU in the championship.
LSU looked good, that's for sure. They could do it.
LSU is, now again, you got to stay healthy, but they got a salty defense this year.
Okay, now, at halftime they said, Pete's in the bus taking a nap. Boy, oh boy, he was ready to go now. He came in, bouncing around. And there's going to be a little bit of a spring in the step of the Horned Frogs after this performance. Josh Hoover and company dominant on a night when Bill Belichick goes to college football. Belichick and Sonny Dykes greeting. Perhaps saying see you in Dublin.
Yeah.
The season opener next year. And
well, though, Carolina, like every team that has a rough opening week, he may go up into the film room right now and take a peek to see where they can get better. They're obviously